Ansys basically is an analysis software, okay,
Yep.
where we can analyze whatever we have designed our CAD model, whatever we have designed our CAD model. Now, in order to check that the designing part, whether the design is correct or incorrect regarding with various parameters such as thermal, mechanical, vibrational, fluid, okay. So we do various types of analysis on that part. Means whatever we have designed, if we have to check that the part is statically structurally strong, then on the part that we have designed, we will apply various types of parameters, various types of loadings, and then we analyze and find various results regarding stress, strain, safety factor, and many more. So if we pass, then our design is clear. Otherwise, there will be some mistake in our design. The mistakes shall be not only about the dimensions, but the mistakes can be of also like, for example, we have taken the wrong material, means the material selections is not correct, the dimension is not correct, and many more. Okay. So, do you have ANSYS software?
No, sir. Currently, no. I need to install it.
Uh, okay. At the end of the session, do you know the link from where to download or install this software?
No, sir. Is it the same, like free, like this?
You can get it from Get Into PC site,
I.
the student version. Okay,
Okay. Okay.
and just try to install this software. If any
Okay.
error occurs, then you let me know.
Okay.
Okay,
Okay.
because the main part is that you should contain this software. That's why by the help of that only you will practice whatever I'm going to teach you. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So this is the main graphical user interface of ANSYS software, where you can see the first and the topmost bar. It is known as the title bar, where you can see unsafe project is written, and its full name is ANSYS Workbench. Okay, or Workbench. Below that, you can see menu bar, where we can see file menu, view, tools, then units, extensions, and help. In file, we can open new project or open new workbench, then save, import, export, and exit. These options are present, while in view section we can refresh, reset the workspace, reset the windows layout, and many tools are present. In toolbars we can see the license preference and many other things. In unit section we can choose the respective unit that we want to work with. Like if we want to work with SI unit, that is kg, meter, or metric units, or metric ton unit. So whatever you like to work with, you just choose one of that unit. Okay. Now below that you may see the toolbox option, analysis system. From there only we can specify various module on which we have to work. Like if we want to work on static structure, we use this module. If we want to work on thermal, then we can use this module, that is steady state thermal or transient. Okay. So various modules we will drag from here only. So first we are going to study about static structure, but before that we have to study about how to make a design or small models in ANSYS Workbench. Okay. Now just click on static structure, and whenever, as soon as you click on, you will see here a dotted box appearing on the project schematic. Whatever project we are going to make, it will appear in this window, that is project schematic. So just click on static structure and just drag it on this project on the screen color box, and here you can see a message, create a standalone system. Just drop on it. Okay,
Okay.
just drag and drop on that window. You may see that here it comes static structure. We can rename this. Suppose we want to do analysis of say any design, so we can give the name here design. Now suppose we mistakenly taken this module, so just click on this drop down arrow, and here you can see delete option, plus you can see also rename option. So you can just delete this module, just press on OK button, and this will be removed. So just drag the static structure, and if you want you can give any name for the time being. Just we are going to give the name design. Now whichever part we are going to analyze, we can also give that part name. Suppose that piston, cylinder, crank rod, crankshaft, bearing, pin, whatever we want to write, we can give the name. Okay. Now in this we can see that there are various numbering serial numbers given here, 1 2 3 4. In serial number 1, the module has been written that which type of analysis is going to be done in this schematic, and that is static structure. Okay, so with this we have to do nothing. Here in engineering data, we will change the material, whichever materials we want to work on it, that is structural steel, aluminium, cast iron, high carbon steel, whatever type of material we want to analyze on, we have to take it on this module. So this I will going to teach you afterward. Okay, first I am going to let you know about the easiest part, that is how to make a geometry. Now whatever module we have done, or whatever module, by default static structural or structural material, yeah, structural steel material is being selected. That's why there is a tick mark here. Means Ansys do all its analysis on structural steel by default. The structural steel material is being selected. So this tick mark is being placed here. On every parameters below the engineering data, you may see the question mark is being there. The question mark module means we have not worked on these section and we have to work compulsory on it. Which means before making any geometry, we cannot go to model part. Before completing the model part, we cannot move to setup part. These all are connected with one another. So first, we are going to make a geometry. So just right click on the geometry, and here there are two main options in the geometry. One is new geometry. Means if we want to make or create any new geometry, just click on this option. Okay, on this new geometry option. Now suppose we have make our geometry on some another software such as AutoCAD, CATIA, SolidWorks, and XCAD. So you can switch on to the second option, and that is import geometry option. Okay, so I will let you know about this option afterwards, that how to import the part or any other geometry from the software or any other CAD software. Okay, so we go to the first option, that is new geometry. Just click on it, right click on the geometry option and click on new geometry option, and just wait for some times in order to load the design modeler screen. In Ansys, where we create our geometry either in 2D or 3D, that window is known as design modeler. Okay, that's why you will see that this is the project schematic window, and when we have right click and open on it, a new tab is opened on my taskbar. You can see here below that On that DM icon is written, and DM icon stand for Design Modeler. Okay. Now this is our working area where we are going to create a geometry. Here also we can see there is on the top Design Modeler is written, and this is the title bar where we can see on the right hand side minimize, maximize, and close. Second one is the menu bar in which file, create, concept, tools, units, view, and help option is given. So first of all, we are going to set a unit. This is the first step of the designing, that before doing any design, we have to just set our unit. And in mechanical field, the best unit to be taken is millimeter because it works on high precision. Okay. Now, meter, centimeter, millimeter, micrometer, foot, and inch is here. So maximum, in maximum case, we use millimeter. Okay. And in case of angle, we take degree. Okay. So just set the unit to millimeter, which is the first thing. And now you can see that here three planes are given. Now, have you studied AutoCAD in 3D also, or only 2D AutoCAD?
Yes, sir. 3D also.
Okay. So we will explain this very easily that in 3D, when we move to isometric view, we have there southwest isometric, southeast, or northeast, something there. You have seen there. When we move from top to isometric view, we get four modes: southeast, southwest, northeast, and northwest.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, the purpose of that is that it helps to view our design from various axes and various directions. Same as it is in 3D softwares, either in SolidWorks or in CATIA or in NSCAD or in Ansys Workbench, we have plane here, which is XY plane, ZX plane, or YZ plane. Now in the working area, you may see that as soon as I'm clicking on this XY, ZX or YZ plane, we can see here that axis is present, and this axis we can resemble from here itself. You see on the bottom right corner of the window, x-axis is in red color, y-axis in green color, and z-axis is in blue color. So according to this one is x-axis, this one is y, and this one is z-axis. So if we are choosing xy plane, which means here this plane we are choosing, and in order to make this view plain on the screen, we can right click on it, and here is the option coming, that is look at. We just click on it and we see that XY plane is straight away on our screen. See here?
Yeah.
Okay. Which means the figure which we are going to make is on XY plane. So this we have to study, and this we have to just know very thoroughly here that understanding the plane is very symbol in ANSYS. Okay.
Okay.
If we choose here ZX plane, then right click on it and click on look at option, we may see that Z and X axis are being visible here. Means our figure which we are going to make is going to be make on Z and X axis. And if we take YZ plane and look at, then YZ plane is axis. So beginning here, we can take any of the plane because it is today is a beginning class. So the plane is not much very important for today's class. We can take any of the plane. Just we are taking x5 plane, and right click and look at function, and we can also choose this option from here. You can see here,
Yes.
you can also choose the same option here, that is look at function. The rule of every software is same, that first we have to make a 2D design, and then By the help of that 2D design, we make 3D design. In AutoCAD, we do the same thing. In NSCAD also, we first do a 2D design, and there it is known as Sketcher or Sketch, I
Yes.
think so.
Yes.
Then come the part design, then assembly design, and so on. So one thing is more that ANSYS just designs the part in very small schedule or small limit, which means that designing in CATIA, SolidWorks, and NSCAD, we get more options to work with. But designing in ANSYS, we get less options. Like we can't do assembly in ANSYS, we can't do drafting, or we may say that we can't make sheet here in ANSYS Workbench. Okay, because ANSYS is purely used for analysis software. But yeah, it provides a small module so that we can design a small part to just to do the analysis. Now, in order to overcome this solution, in order to overcome this solution, ANSYS provide a broad amount of import functions so that it can import various types of files from various 3D softwares like CATIA, SolidWorks, or NXCAD or AutoCAD. Means whatever we design in NXCAD, CATIA, SolidWorks, we can assemble also and import the assembly, full assembly in ANSYS, and can work the analysis part on it. Okay, I can save you that in respect to the NXCAD, you can see here that we got very limited amount of options like extrude, revolve, skin lot, then thin surface. Okay, then here it's a 2D options, then here. So we got a very limited amounts of menus in order to work with, and we don't have any of the assembly type options so that we can make our parts and then assemble it here. Okay, so it's best. It is most preferred that just use any other 3D software like AutoCAD or NXCAD for designing and assembling, and just import the module here. Okay, now moving towards the designing part, you may see here that there is a tree outline here. Okay, in NXCAD also you may see the tree part on the left side of the screen or window, and here also you can see the tree outline. Now the tree tells the detailings that we have performed or we are doing with our sketch, that what we have made and by what process we have made a particular sketch. Okay, so in this tree outline you may see two options, sketching and modeling. Modeling is for 3D and sketching is for 2D designs. Okay, now if we are moving towards the sketching part, we see here that there is first option is line, and you are very familiar with this option because you have studied AutoCAD and NSCAD also, that by this command we can create a line here. So just select this option, left click on the screen, and you may see here that a line is being made. Okay, now we can make a line here by this option. This command is truly used to make a line. And then the rule for the 3D software is that first you make anything, and then after making it, just give the dimension. Okay, so here we can see various types of option like a line, then tangent line. If you want to make a line from any tangent, then we can make a tangent line. Then line by two tangent, polyline, polygon, rectangle. If we want to make a rectangle, we can make here rectangle straight away. And here we can see after the rectangle option, that is, there is auto fillet option also. Okay, so now clicking on this arrow, we can see here rectangle by 3 points, then oval, circle. There are various types of 2D shapes we can make here in the drawing section. Okay, now in the modify section we can see various options, and you are very familiar with it, that If we want to make our corner or edge round, then fillet. Then here is chamfer, corner, trim, extend, split, drag, cut, copy, paste, move, replicate. And then in the dimension section, we can see here various points of the dimension like general, horizontal, vertical, length, radius, diameter. Then this constraint option, like if we want to make any line vertical, we can take this vertical constraint, horizontal constraint, perpendicular fix, and these all options are present in it. Okay. So in sketching, we see 5 major options, that is draw, modify, dimension, constraint, and settings. Now, every options have every parameter, like first one is line, then here is polyline. Polyline we can continuously make till we press. If we press escape button, then the figure disappears. If we press okay, so then here is polygon. We give the center points and the polygon is created. If we want, we can change its size, that is we can take size here 5 in order to make a pentagon. Okay, so I'm just going to give you a brief introduction, okay, how to make a small part and do analysis on it. Okay, because on daily basis I will teach you some commands from this modification and design modeler and some part of analysis, so that you don't get bored if I regularly teach on design modeler for 2 3 days 4 days 5 days and then come to the analysis part. Okay,